Hey y'all, I'm Tiana Michelle and welcome back to another video. I wouldn't call this a tutorial, but I don't think this is really a hair vlog either. This is just me experimenting with my hair and seeing if I can achieve this heatless roller look on blow dried hair. I didn't really know which round brush I would be using at that point, so I just grabbed every single one I have. I'm using my Shark Speed blow dryer on medium heat, high speed, because one, I'm starting the style out on already blow dried hair, which I don't think you're supposed to do, but we're experimenting here. And two, I've already used direct heat on my hair by blow drying the night before, so I don't really want to go too heavy on the heat. I want my volume. I'm not trying to straighten my hair. I'm working in really small sections and I'm applying about 2 to 3 pumps of the Kenra Professional Platinum Silkening Gloss just to tame frizz, fight humidity, and kind of weigh my hair down a bit. If you didn't already know, I love Kenra Professional products when it comes to heat styles. Amika is a close second for me now too. They also have really good products. And I say heat styles because even though I am using heatless rollers, quote unquote, I'm still having to use heat to add a curl to my hair. Call me a hater, but I don't think with my hair, you can just achieve curls with heatless rollers without applying a curl to your hair with some heat. Now, of course, flexi rods, perm rods, rod sets, those are an exception. In order for them rollers to do at least a little bit of something with my hair, I need some sort of bend, which is why I'm not going heavy on the heat and why I'm using medium heat. It's very tolerable on my hair versus high heat because I don't need a full-on curl, but I do need a little bend to work with. So I went over my hair with the first round brush just to smooth it out a little bit more, and I go over each section 1 to 2 times depending on the thickness, and then I go back in with my second round brush to add the curl. In my opinion, tension matters more than heat here, even though heat is important too, but medium does just the trick for me because I use that tension to continue going up my hair and rolling the round brush round and round to get that curl. And once it has a little bend, I just pin curl it. I don't know why I twisted each section up like this into a coil. I should have just did a regular pin curl. If you're gonna try this, pin curl it regularly, girl. Don't do that because that was just unnecessary. And also, I wasn't worried about it being perfect and super sleek because then it would have taken me forever. This is an arm workout and I already went to the gym that day. I didn't need a second one. And is it just me or do your hands cramp with certain tools? One of my round brushes, which has the bristles, I didn't really use that one because even though the handle feels soft, it was so wide that it would make my hands cramp up. So the pink one that I'm using and the black one works so much better for me, and they was so much easier on my hands. I've been doing my own hair for quite a while and it's starting to show with how my hands cramp sometimes, so I'm mindful of the type of tools I use. Yeah, quick water break, and as you can see, I don't care about the parts being neat or anything like that. None of it matters. So again, after applying a little bit of product, I'm going in with my pink round brush just to smooth my hair out a bit before adding a little curl. Then I follow up with my black and copper round brush. I twist the brush to add tension and I keep twisting towards my face until it stops. Once I can no longer pull the brush, I begin moving it back down the length of my hair until I formed a curl. And this motion is what I struggle with the most when I first tried a round brush blowout. I tried one last year and I started on wet hair and went to dry, and oh my god, that thing about took me out. It was so exhausting. So I think I actually prefer this better, even though it's technically not even a round brush blowout. It's just me. You'll see at the end. And anytime I do a hairstyle or technique that I don't do often, it's always a little wonky for me starting off, but once I get the hang of it, it moves a lot quicker. So at first I was like, perhaps a ponytail. But then when I got to the middle of my head, it was like, okay, boom, 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 you got it. I love stretch styles during the fall and winter season because you're not fully straightening your hair if you don't want to do a silk press, even though I love a good silk press. But if you don't want to do a silk press, but you still want your hair to be stretched out, it's a good option to give you that volume, that stretch without your hair being like super flat and you not having to use a ton of heat. And how do y'all feel about heat styles? Like, where are you? Do you put heat on your hair? Do you wear it natural majority of the time? Are you a straight natural? What do? I wear my hair curly or in braid outs majority of the time, but I've also been doing a lot of stretch styles this year and I do like it. I'm not gonna lie. Since this part of the video is pretty repetitive, I guess I'll just give you an update on where I am so far in my length retention journey, because I did mention that I was on a journey to waist length at the beginning of the year. There's no way that I was gonna actually reach waist length by trimming my hair on my own, because I've always done my own trims and I am super scissor happy and I can't see the back of my head. There's no way for me to cut my hair evenly. So I got help from Mono's Hair back in June. She's amazing. Y'all already know her. She's an OG, and getting professional trims from her and going and doing these healthy hair check-ins, I just know that I'm going to reach waist length because I have professional help. Now, I always say, do what works for you. I just share what works for me and I'm transparent about that. And I think that's the one thing that's been missing my entire natural hair journey. And I've been documenting my salon visits with her, so I included those videos down in the description box if you haven't already seen them and you're interested in watching them. And I also stopped measuring my hair in June because it was so uneven before the trim. I started off at bra strap length, then she trimmed it up around my armpits. It is now grown back to bra strap length, but it is nearly even all around except for the front of my hair, and it just looks 1,000 times better. So I'm starting back where I was in June, but just at such a better place. And another reason why I stopped doing the monthly length checks and sharing it mainly on Instagram and TikTok, because some people are so focused on growth. If I would get a trim, they'd be like, oh my God, there's no progress happening. Your hair looks even shorter than it did 3 months ago. You don't understand how quickly I will go grab a pair of scissors and cut my hair. This has been a challenge for me to not cut my hair and allow it to keep growing. So I didn't want that to be the focus. I've always wanted healthy hair to be the focus, even though I'm on a length retention journey. So I would just rather focus on the things and routines that I'm doing consistently to get me to that point, because that's what really matters. As you can see, the coils was a bad idea. I don't know why I did that, but it's okay. I just combed it out. If you're trying to preserve the curl after doing a round brush blowout or even a silk press, don't twist it, just pin curl it regularly. Because as long as my hair has a bend in it, just a little bend, I promise you, these rods are gonna do something. Your hair just needs a little bend in it. And I got these silk rollers from, I think it's pronounced Kish. You can find them at Sephora and Ulta, I believe. And they come in a pack of 4. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, but I intentionally split my hair into 4 sections because I knew I was going to be using these 4 rollers. That way, when I took the pin curls out, the sections were already pre-parted and all I would have to do is add the rod. Usually when it comes to rods, I'm a corkscrew girly. I like to start at the root and then wrap my way down because I like the pattern of that type of curl. But with these rods, you have to start at the bottom. The easiest way to get them to stay is by wrapping your ends around it pretty tightly and then rolling it up like you would do a traditional rod. And I did the same exact thing on the other side. I honestly do not know how people are sleeping in these though. I think I should have positioned them a little bit differently. I should have positioned them almost like a mohawk because that would have been so much more comfortable for me as a side sleeper. I only lasted about 3 days using these before just doing bantu knots because it was cute, but it's not worth bad sleep. But I do see myself trying them again because I like how it turned out. Even as I comb the pin curls out, you can see that my hair continues to bend, which is exactly what I need. So I roll my hair on this rod towards my face, only because I've seen people do that in videos that I was watching when I was trying to figure out how to put on these rods. I don't know. I let these sit in my hair overnight and then I took them down the next day. I was like, please let these turn out right. All this work I done did. I took the first one down. I was thinking, it's not really giving, but it's in the back, so who cares? I don't see the back of my head, but the front, you see that curl? I was like, yes, we're now getting somewhere. Let's see how the other side looks. Is it giving the same? Roll it down, let's see. It is, yes. The back can look wonky, but the front, it has to be decent because it's the front. I'm real careful with playing around with it because there's a lot of volume at the part, but that's what we want. Because you know what I can do? I can go and grab a wide tooth comb and I can comb that down. That ain't no problem. Every time I play around, like I'm gonna do a side part, the side part always gives, but I am just way too loyal to my middle part. part. Me and my middle part need to take a break though, and I need to explore new things because the side part was giving, but of course I went back to the middle part and I am equally obsessed. I took off my brown pullover because some people hate when I do hair videos and I wear dark shirts because they can't see the results, and I get it, so there you go. But the simplicity of this style is probably why it's my favorite one I've done this year. It's giving grown. I'm turning 30 next year and this gives grown woman. But I truly hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know if you'd like to see more like it, and don't sleep on my hair vlogs and don't sleep on my vlogs, I'm telling you. But I'll catch y'all in next Tuesday's upload, which will be a vlog.